Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me
And I'm going to say this. I'm sorry to the college football fan that think this is going to be a normal Alabama-Georgia game. If you're looking at this Georgia team and you're thinking that they have the same chance to be in this game as they did last year, I think you're mistaken. And it doesn't matter that we're on the road. It doesn't matter that Alabama is coming into this game with 1 loss on their record. I think that's more scary for Georgia. And now this year with a quarterback that's ready to release the ball, this defense is in trouble. Georgia's defense is in trouble. Now their offense, we can't let them get going, but their defense, they're in trouble. And for that reason, I think Alabama's coming out of this game with a big win. Give me Bama. 42, Georgia. 21. Roll, Tide, roll.
Roll Tide only.
And family, in that same breath, we are gathered here today to lay to rest a football program that has went through so much in the past 45 years. I mean, to experience 40 years of falling short, never winning a national championship, and then to be catapulted to the top of the world, not once, but twice. But to never, ever, ever be able to claim that you have replaced the kings of college football. And even after the change of the guard and the greatest coach of all time retired, and being able to retain the coach that was side by side with him through some of his greatest times, having one of the most talented rosters in the country. Georgia, you just can't beat Bama. You just can't. You can't. And so today we come in as respectable. I want to get emotional. As respectable Alabama fans, we want to say, rest in peace, Georgia football. We want to say, maybe keep our name out your mouth, bro. Alabama Nation, let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go, Bama Nation. Y'all got to get crazy today. Good morning, Bama Nation. Good morning, AAA family. Yeah. How y'all feeling? Y'all enjoying the funeral? It's been real quiet this weekend, chat. It's been real quiet this weekend, chat. I don't know what's going on. Let me put my glasses on. Let me see what's going on in the AAA land. How y'all feeling this morning, man? Good, man. Mary J, what the comments at? I was looking for comments. What's up, Sully? Good to see you this morning, man. Let me get the echo out of here. What's good, everybody? Good to see y'all, man. Y'all know I had to bring it this morning. I wasn't even, listen. If I'm going to a UGA funeral, I ain't putting on my Sunday's best. I'm going to just throw something on real quick. I'm going to pay my respects. You know what I'm saying? Let's take this mess off, man. Them jokers dead in the water. Georgia fans, y'all ain't got nothing else to say to me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't, well, I mean, we showed up. We came in your trap and took over your trap. I mean, like, what are we even talking about anymore? You know? I'm gonna go put my stuff on. You know what I'm saying? I had to show some respect. You know, we got some clips being posted today, y'all, from that call-in show. I'm proud of the Georgia fans that showed up, came back around and talked. They talked, you know, did they thuggism, showed up, you know, stayed in the gap, held it down, 10 toes down. But you know, I got a lot to say to some Georgia fans. This is the morning show. We're going to break down the game a little bit, but we're going to get into the show today. How y'all feeling, man? Did y'all enjoy that intro, man? Come on, man. It was the funeral, bro. Do y'all not see what's happening here?
These Georgia football fans, they like, can you find me one? Somebody find me a Georgia football fan right now that's alive and well and willing to conversate with the Coach Smook Network today. I mean, I didn't do nothing. Don't blame me. It ain't my fault. You know what I'm saying? I just told y'all what was going to happen. Y'all didn't want to believe me. Good morning, everybody in chat. Urban Essence, Roll Tide. Good to see you this morning. Nick, good to see you, my brother. Tevin, good to see you. Antoine, good to see you. Britt, good to see you. How y'all feeling this morning? I feel a lot of Roll Tide energy, all this laughing faces and stuff. I feel a lot of Roll Tide energy. You know what I'm saying? And Shamika, what's good, girl? Roll Tide. Hey, my brother Jason said, yeah, the funeral. Jason, you was late to the funeral. I had to leave you at home. I know you wanted to be there. I know you enjoy, a Georgia funeral every now and then. Come on, man. I had to leave you. I told you I was going to be up early. I had to get back from Oklahoma this morning. I had to make it back to Athens, far east Alabama. I had to make it back to far east Alabama so I could get. Yeah, we not even gonna give them their name. Listen, we not even gonna give them they doggone the name of their city no more, bro. We run that jump, bro. Y'all complain. Y'all wanted us to come back. Y'all been waiting for us to come back 10 years to do that, to lose. Y'all been begging for us to come back for 10 years for that. Chat, come on, man. We about to pop our stuff this morning. They working to pay that. Nah. Oh yeah. That's probably what it is, Britt. Them jokers been quiet. My Facebook timeline been quiet. Columbus, Georgia is quiet right now. Oh, and Georgia lost this weekend. Oh my God, Georgia, man, listen, Georgia.
Female male voice.
Georgia. Oh my God. Yo. I just thought about this. I'm sorry, y'all. It just hit me like just now. Yo, we beat Georgia in Athens. Like I posted it, right? I tweeted it. But listen to what I'm about to tell y'all. And I don't care, Georgia fans, it was only 3 points. I don't care. Listen, chat. Listen to what I'm saying real quick, please. Because once I say this, I think y'all gonna realize why it's so profound. We beat Georgia in Athens after Auburn lost to Texas A&M. Man, hey, do y'all know what's gotta happen in 2 weeks? Is it 2 weeks now? Georgia Auburn, man. That's gonna be a fun game for us to watch. We're gonna get to sit back and enjoy that one. Who we play that week? Oh man. Georgia Auburn is in 2 weeks. They gotta go to Jordan Hare with that team, y'all. But Jackson and that squad oh my God. Jackson and Auburn but the defense actually not bad. I'm not gonna front. The secondary is the front though, they solid. So today for the show, y'all, we got about 45 seconds before we jump into the show. I just wanted to let y'all get settled in and just get a little small talk going. As you all know, we got VANDY coming up this weekend. So we're gonna, towards the middle of the show, we're gonna shift our thoughts towards VANDY. I know everybody's had their 24 hours to celebrate, but we're gonna finish ours here on the Coach Smook Network. We're not celebrating. We're gonna bring y'all. Come on, man. We play Missouri in 2 weeks. Yeah, 11 a.m. that Georgia Auburn game. That should be after ours. So we got to handle Missouri. In Missouri, that's a tough team. And then after that, we get to sit back and watch Georgia and Auburn. Oh man, oh my God. Y'all just don't know, man. Y'all just don't know. This is pure, like, this is, yeah. Do y'all understand what that means? We beat Georgia in Athens. Listen to what I'm saying, chat. We beat Georgia in Athens, right? And Auburn lost before we played. So we had all this good juju coming into that game, man. Had all this good juju. Walter Roberts said, Keep it rolling, Coach Smook. Appreciate you, bro, for the 1999 super chat. Y'all give it up for my guy Walter, man. For real, give it up for him. Give it up for him. Give it up for my guy Walter. Appreciate you, Walter, for the 1999 super chat. Hey, and y'all went crazy the other night. We were able to hit a super chat goal that I didn't even know we had active in the background. We made over $50 in super chats the other night for the call-in show. So I greatly appreciate each and every one of you all. That's not even something that I target towards, like for my bonuses and analytics. Every month we tend to hit the super chat goals. In the creator program with YouTube, we hit it because y'all do it on your own. I don't beg for anything. I don't ask for it. I present the opportunities. Y'all see it in the chat, the super chats, all that. So every month, and I'm gonna say about 7 months straight, we've hit our super chat goal. And some months it's been right there at the goal. Some months we've exceeded it, but regardless, we've exceeded it. I mean, we've met our goal, and I can only just say thank y'all. Like for real, I could just from the bottom of my heart, because y'all know I do this full time. So the super chats is just extra way to keep this network going. You know, I have other endeavors that I do outside of this to handle my day-to-day life, but this right here is supposed to be self-sufficient. It's supposed to be able to run itself, and it's not free to run itself. So now life is a little bit becoming a lot more stable because of your support and what you guys are doing. So I appreciate y'all and believing in this vision and helping us continue to grow. We've been able to collab because of you all. We've been able to collab with some quality content creators over the past month and a half, and really been able to make some networking connections that I believe are going to benefit not just us, but the community, as far as the level of entertainment value, the information that's available, and the quality of production that's about to be coming across the screen. So we're going to get away from this funeral, man. I know y'all tired of seeing this sad stuff. We're going to get into the show, man, and jump into it. So if y'all ready to get into it, man, somebody type it in the chat for me. Somebody say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Mary J, we're going to have to change that font. I can't read none of those comments. We're going to have to go to the graduate or something. But let's jump into the show, y'all, here on the Coach Smook Network. I appreciate y'all for being here, and let's do it, baby.
You talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
Not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Appreciate y'all for being here again. This is going to be a fun morning. I feel like everybody won this weekend with Georgia losing. Did Texas play this weekend? Did Texas play? Who did Texas play? They had a bye week. I know they got we got Georgia, we got Oklahoma, Texas this weekend, right? Is that this weekend, chat? No, that's next weekend. Dang. So what is it this weekend? Bump it. We'll talk about it. We'll get into that later. But Texas has Kent State this weekend. I mean, Oklahoma has Kent State this weekend. Oklahoma had a bye. So they sat back and watched us beat up on Georgia and watched Auburn lose again. I know they had fun doing that. Man, listen, Auburn looks bad. Let's start with that. Urban S is coming through with the $20 super chat. Y'all give it up for the super chats coming through this morning, man. Give it up for Urban S's with the $20 super chat, man. Coming in with the big din. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Appreciate you, Urban Essence. Appreciate the love. Appreciate y'all supporting, man. Y'all just don't know. Y'all think I'm playing. Y'all think I just say this because it's money. No, it take a lot, man. Because I know what I feel when I'm watching content creators, and I see them like they have a product that I enjoy, right? Or they have a product that I feel like, you know, is worth investing in. And so when I like TikTok make it easy, you know, they have you purchase gifts, they get theirs off of it. This is different. YouTube is different. Like this is like me just basically giving you $20 out my pocket. Do I really believe in what you're doing that much to give? Yeah, that's the type of feel. So when y'all do that, that's how I think about it. I don't look at it and be like, ooh. I'm like, man, let me continue to try to get this content out and do what they're enjoying. Because that's what you do when you turn the TV on. That's what you do when you turn on Netflix. You go and you watching something that you enjoy. You pay for it because it's your entertainment. So if I'm providing you that information, that entertainment that you want, it motivates me not just the money, but just the thought of you wanting to actually, you're treating me like Netflix in a sense. All right. And I appreciate that. So I appreciate all the super chats. Once again, continue to run it up. Continue to run the likes up, though. Y'all know we beg for likes. We got to have the likes, though. More than super chats, more than anything else. We got to have the likes because that's how other people going to find out what y'all are doing, what y'all hiding over here on the Coach Smook Network. And I haven't even been live on TikTok. Let me go get right. Let me get right on TikTok real quick, and then we're going to jump into our conversation. I'm sorry, y'all. If you jumping in late on this and you're like at 20 minutes, you're like, he ain't talked about nothing yet. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just grateful for my community. And this is how we move. I got to make sure they know I love them. Appreciate them. We've been through some tough times. I think about last year, what we was doing, celebrating the group of people we had around this time last year. It was a good time. But now we're in a new phase, and so it's been great. It's been great. All right, we live on TikTok. For all my TikTokers that be tweaking out because they love that TikTok view, we live on TikTok for y'all. Good morning, Dub. PJ, appreciate you for coming in. Roll Tide. We got Greg Coffee. What's up? The Boogeyman went to Athens and beat them dogs. Greg, we was expecting you to get on the phone line the other night. Ain't no way I stayed on the phone line till 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, however long we stayed on the line. Ain't no way I stayed on that long. And one of our top callers, favorite callers, Greg didn't call in. Welcome into the chat, Greg. Get that wristband, brother. It don't even look right without your wristband. Sully said Florida and Texas is this weekend. It ain't gonna be no good game, man. It's Coach Smook. Thank you for everything you do. Roll Tide, my brother. Nah, thank y'all for supporting, man. Don't thank me. I love this. This is a passion. This ain't no job for me no more. It's a passion. That's why me and Jason be on this mug like we do, man. Me and Jason be up on this mug, sick, toothaches, freaking mouth swole, eye boogers running out your eyes, just nasty stuff, trying to get y'all. Don't laugh. They're trying to get y'all this content because y'all love it so much, and it's worth it. He said, "Sorry guys, I'm here today." If Bama showed up, I got them. If Bama showed up, I got them winning by 2 TDs. Talking about against Georgia. If we show up against Vandy, man, it's still gonna be a tough game. I think we got another Georgia type game coming into T-Town this weekend, and it's gonna be how we execute at a high level. That was a good Georgia team. I know we won, but that was a good Georgia team. Y'all saw how they fought against Tennessee. They fought against us. That's a hard fighting team. That's a testament to their culture. Schematically, they're just out of date, and it showed. Yeah, everything changed with back in when Dre got clocked. Facts, 100%. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to break all that down. All your opinions and everything. We're going to get y'all on the line. Hennessy De Niro says sit Sav and play Kirkpatrick. Hey, the phone line gonna be open. Them some strong words now. Them some strong words. But let's get into the conversation today, man. Let's break down the stats and everything from the game. We kind of talked about it from a standpoint of just post-game reaction, but y'all know me. I like to get into the numbers, the real numbers of what made this game what it was. And if you look at it, a lot of people look at the score and be like, man, these were two evenly matched teams. Well, not really. I'm gonna tell you why. Now, Georgia, we allowed Georgia to do something in their game plan or in this game that they hadn't been able to do all season, and that was that they ended up having an explosive run game. Not just a solid run game. They ended up having an explosive run game. We'll talk about our run defense here in a minute. What developed as a problem in this game, and I'm gonna give you what developed and what should have happened, or why you didn't see the change that we felt like we should have saw. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. So Georgia was able to come into this game and they were able to average 6.9 yards per carry. That's not a recipe for success. Usually against any defense, right? And I remember talking about this defense being able to contain the run game a lot better, right? If you look at the averages across the board, all but two of these guys are averaging over, realistically, minus the Dylan Bell 1 yard for 43, one carry for 43 yards with the 43 yards per carry average. That's not a true average yards per carry. If he has more carries, it's probably averaged out to more so like an 8 or 9. But to have your clip, if you take the 43 yards away, we're still sitting at a 5.2 yard per carry average, and that's not good to say you're being able to stop the run game, right, or contain it. This is a Georgia team that on average is going to run the ball 30 times. So On average, with 5 yards per carry against our defense, that means we're giving up 150 plus yards a game in the run game. And that's not championship caliber defense. Unless you're able to limit the pass game. And I want y'all to look at something. We gave up 130 yards passing, but look at the average yards per pass, 6.5. So we're keeping your offense, even though you had an explosive run game, 6.9 yards per carry average. We're keeping your offense in a box. Your passes are only going. We're keeping everything in front of us, right? That's what this defense schematically is supposed to do. Keep everything in front of us, right? Hesitancy on the second level really contributed to this to the explosive run game, but more so than that, the perimeter, the boundary. Our cornerbacks have to maintain outside leverage and force everything back inside when they have the run coming to them. I tweeted it. I talked about it during the game. We talked about it live in the reaction. We have to maintain outside leverage, but the first key to this game shaping up the way it was us being able to box them into a total yardage, average yards per play. Their average yards per play ended up being like 8.2 compared to our 14. Like I'm sorry. Ours was 8.2. Theirs was 4.2. So we were able to, our offense yards per play, because of our explosives, because of, and people said we couldn't run the ball either. We ran the ball just as many times as Georgia. We didn't have the explosives, didn't have the same explosives. But you're talking about if you take away the negative plays by the 2 negative yardage plays by was it Kevin Riley they got in the backfield? One was for 4 yards, one was for 7 yards. You're talking about a clip of 3.6 yards, 3.4, 3.6. But we end the game at a 3.2 yard clip, right? 3.1. Efficient running. We stuck with the run game. You see the yards per carry average is still right at that 3 yards per carry. This is the offense, and I keep telling y'all, everybody wants this explosive run game. It's not going to happen in this scheme. Dylan Johnson was a 1,000-yard running back because he was the only back. They didn't have a spell of guys getting carries at Washington that year. You see Jam come back in the game. For this game, he ended up being able to be the bell cow because Georgia kept a light box. They kept a light box. They did not think that we would be able to have an effective run game. I look at the disparity in how we ran the ball, how we used the run game, the different phases of the run game. We didn't allow Georgia to be comfortable and stop the run game the way that they're used to. So being able to get 100+ yards off of that in production, what's quality? You went to it and you kept a balanced play calling style. 39 pass attempts and 38 rushes in this game, chat. 39 pass attempts, 38 pass attempts by a quarterback, and 38 rushing attempts. 34 rushing, 34 to if you take away the 4 rushing attempts by Ty Simpson. That total for 12 yards. Take away Ty's 12 attempts and the 12 yards, we still got over 100 rushing yards. So it was a balanced game for us, still being able to hit our explosives, limiting Georgia from being able to hit explosives. 6 big runs of 20+ yards or more. None of them resulted in a touchdown except for the Chauncey Bowens one. Like we still, the hustle is there, but the execution has to be a lot better against the run defense. against the run game for our defense. Let me look at the comments real quick before we transition to the next part of my breakdown. Auburn infested in fool's gold. Okay, 100% great. It's gonna be tough to stop Vandy from scoring, and I don't believe Vandy can stop us from scoring. What we talking about? Sapp gets lost a lot. He does. He rolled down very aggressive. He's playing more like a box safety this season rather than a one high type guy, free safety. That's 3 straight in Athens and 10-0 in the regular season. It should be 11, and I ain't tripping. 100%. I'm looking at the point that we basically gifted Georgia 2 TDs with penalties that extended drives. Facts. And then I think we got screwed on a few of our drives. The pass interference on Jeremy Bernard in the end zone should have been a first down and 1st and goal. Half the distance to the goal with 4 more attempts at the goal line, right? The pass interference on Ryan Williams on that 3rd and 6 or whatever it was, right? And then when they jumped offside, man, and still weren't able to get pressure, I knew we had the game in control. I feel like we should have been able to extend the lead, but we did get some unfavorable calls in that game. We got some unfavorable calls. And then, but shout out to Ellis Robinson, man, for his water boy impersonation, jumping on that pile, man. And we appreciate you, Ellis. You the GOAT, bro. You the GOAT, Ellis. Hey, but y'all silly. But back to it. Let's see what the comments said. What up, family? What's up, the other J? We got the phone line opening here in about 10 minutes, man. Y'all better stick around, give it on that phone line. The other J just became a member of the AAA family. What's up, man? Welcome in. Y'all give it up for the other J. W's in the chat for the other J. Just renewed it. He must just renewed it because I know we celebrated you becoming a member. He said, we back, baby. Yes, sir. I do think people overrate Vanderbilt a little too much. I don't think so. I think Vanderbilt is legit. I think we have a complete team in Vanderbilt that's coming in. They're balanced offense. They're an aggressive defense. They don't have your superstar names or superstar players, but they play together. And that's what you see in Vanderbilt. And they have some athletes that play together. That's a hard team to deal with. But I'm starting to see some similarities in our execution against Georgia and what I've been seeing with Vanderbilt, week in and week out now. What I will say about Vanderbilt, that offense does start slow. They had a very good drive. I think their first drive this last game was really efficient, but leading up into this game, they have been struggling. Their first drive was off. Alabama's first drives have been, the fire starters to how we've been able to start these games the last 3 weeks. Even against Florida State, we started fast. So Ryan Grubb is proving that he can. His first drive game plan is usually a successful one. It's the adjustments off of that and building on that which we want to see a little bit more efficiency, especially on the defensive side. Kane Womack and his play call, we want to be able to see adjustments that stack. All right, and we want to talk about the adjustments in the second half of this show. I guarantee somebody gonna break it up on the phone. Oh, they were grabbing like crazy on the perimeter, 100%. Now, what I will say is this: our DBs. They not helping themselves by leaning inside and trying to attack the ball or the carry, right? Pursue and beat the guy inside. They're not going to help them. The refs, I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, these refs are watching game film before they go and watch game. They're watching previous game films. They're trying to see, okay, do I need to watch 56? He's playing a little dirty. Do I need to watch him while I'm playing headline judge or front line, middle line judge, whatever? Like, do I need to watch this DB when there's a deep pad concept because I see him grabbing in this game? Like, they watch film for those reasons, right? You get into it, and I guarantee you there was a lot of bias towards the physicality of Alabama's wide receivers because they were letting those Georgia DBs get away with a lot of holding, but then when you get in goal line situation and what's the young man's name for Georgia, their big wide receiver, Kobe Young. Him and Xavier Brown matched up on the goal line. Kobe Young comes off and runs straight into Xavier Brown and trying to box him out. Xavier should have every right to be in that fight using his hands and his body. If the wide receiver is trying to box me out and wrap his arms around me and box me out, I should be able to use my hands to get from around it, right? And he wasn't impeding him from getting to a route. Love the flop by Kobe Young, though. Love the flop. But there are certain things in that game that did seem fishy, especially with the officiating. Luckily, we was able to maintain our composure and stay in it. All right, y'all. Let's talk about another stat, man. The efficiency of the quarterbacks, right? Let's talk about the efficiency of the quarterbacks. Now, outside of a few long passes, Georgia kept us from being a vertical passing threat, right? Georgia kept us from and I'm not even going to say they kept us from doing it. Georgia allowed Ty Simpson to be more comfortable with the intermediates, with the check downs. They were bailing there too high, real fast. KJ and I forget the other safety's name, but them guys were bailing. Look at the long completions. Even though Ty only averaged 7 yards per completion, right? Per completion. Look at the long completions that happened in this game. You're talking about a quarterback that, again, over 60% completion, right? Over 65% completion against a power 4, power 5, whatever. What is it? Power 4 now, power 4. SEC defending national champion, defending SEC champ, top ranked talented roster defense that they like to claim. This is what he did. No, y'all know Ty Simpson started 7 for 7 this game. Did y'all know Ty? That's crazy. It on the road in Athens, tossing the ball around. But the long completions, y'all. The long completions. You know, look at the average yards per reception for Isaiah Horton, 13 yards. Lachier Brooks, 2 big catches. One was underneath where he turned it into a big play. The other one was a big catch for like 18 yards. Kevin Riley coming out the backfield, catching downfield, making big catches, right? Josh Quavers across the middle. Caleb Edwards on the corner route. And then you had Jeremy Bernard and Ryan Williams, your more gadget guys that you're going to put the ball in their hands a little bit quicker on your quick screens, your check downs, your jet sweeps. You see their averages and their targets. But look at how the ball spread was, chat. You had 5 receptions for Horton, 5 for Williams. Another game where he had a big drop. All right, we're going to talk about that. Lachier Brooks, 2 receptions. Kevin Riley, 2 receptions. Jeremy Bernard, 5 targets, 5 receptions. 6 targets, 5 receptions. Josh Quavers, 2 receptions. Jam Miller, 3 receptions. Caleb Edwards, you're talking about how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different receivers in a game where you had such an efficient passing game, right? You had such an efficient passing game. 24 times you had completions to 8 different guys. That's hard to defend compared to Georgia's 5 guys that had receptions. You don't have weapons. You don't have enough weapons to threaten us. So as good as your offense, your run game was, we were able to rebound because we were able to contain the pass game. So when the numbers level out like that, when you're able to limit explosives, or you're able to create turnovers and maximize points off of turnovers, or keep them from, keeping them from retaliating, right? You find yourself in a good position. I think Alabama played a solid game against a quality Georgia team, but we found out we learned a lot. We learned a lot from this team with this Georgia game. Not because Georgia was so good, but they presented some challenges schematically that forced us to adjust. And I'm going to talk about that real quick, and then we're going to open the phone lines here in 2 minutes. The first thing that we noticed is that, one, our defensive 4-2-5, it works when we line up as a 4-2-5. And I don't know what the schematics of or what the advantages are of having the Wolf linebacker. Mary J, can we get a banner up to say, let me see, I got a message. Oh, I don't know. I don't think he tried to. Let me see. I can't see it. Hold on. Oh, MJ, check your phone, man. MJ, check your phone, bro. Hey, if y'all being hidden by MJ, he probably got his phone in his pocket. He delivering. Nah, he had his new job. Did I get y'all unhidden? Other Jay and Jack. Y'all should be good now. Y'all should be good. All right, so, and I want my respect, too, when it comes to this Ty Simpson thing, man. You want me to tell you why? Because 2 years ago, when I made this projection about him finally getting in the system that's going to fit his skill set, and once he get over that mental hump, first round, y'all just don't know, man. This had to happen this way. If you look at where Ty was against USF, that's not this Ty. That's not this tie by no stretch. No stretch. Even the tie against FSU was a different tie from USF. And I told y'all, even week one, there's small things that he's going to have to get comfortable with. He's going to speed that clock up. And once he do that, the arm talent has always been there. Got to have that mental. And to see him go into Athens and perform the way he did, that's coaching one. Nick Sheridan, having Nick Sheridan in your ear day in, day out. Bringing Ryan Grubb in with the mentality that he has, especially with the play calling. You see the coach's son becoming a leader, right? Becoming a lot more vocal. His ego has been put aside. And you see the IQ on the field. I'm telling y'all, man. USF tie was a deer in the headlights. I said this man. I kept telling, and y'all wanted that man to keep playing behind that offensive line. This offensive line is a huge reason why Ty's having the success he's having. How about my respect when I said last year he's going to be great? I mean, a lot of people were calling for him to show up last year. Imagine him behind that offensive line last year. This offensive line was nowhere near this good last year. Shout out to the 60 in the chat on YouTube. Continue to run the likes up. And thank y'all for the 25 likes on the stream already. I know y'all enjoying the show, but we beg for them likes. Continue to hit the like button and give yourself a round of applause for 30 likes on the stream. We already passed our 25 like goal. And TikTok, what y'all talking about over here? What's up, Trill, man? Appreciate the gifts over there. Put Trill in that banner. Trill fam with the gifts. T-Dog, I see you. T-Dog, I didn't see you the other day, though, when them Bulldogs dropped out. I didn't see you the other day when them Bulldogs took that L. What happened, T-Dog? You don't want to talk to us? T-Dog. T-Dog. You awake? Huh, buddy? Nah, I don't think he'll wait, y'all. I don't think he'll wake, y'all. I ain't got nothing for none of these puppies, man. I'm telling you, man. But looking back at this game, man, the first adjustment, we want to talk defense, right? Everybody like to talk about the defensive adjustments. We got to play the four-man front. When they have a tight end on the line of scrimmage, got to play the four-man front. Just schematically as an offensive coordinator, if I see a three-man front and I'm trying to run some type of inside zone scheme, I feel like I have an advantage. Especially if my brand of running is physical, I feel like I have an advantage until you prove that you're able to contain the run game with four guys standing up at the second level. And I'll say this, I think Bray Hubbard ended up making his own decision when he started coming in, shading the inside the box, inside the tackle box on run support pre-snap. I think he made his own decision. He ended up being like a fourth linebacker for us in this game, late in this game. And it showed how, just a little bit effort and a little bit more IQ, and trust within your teammates can develop. Because I truly believe when Quay Russaw was in, we saw him put his hand in the dirt, but then we also, before the play he got hurt, he stood up 3 plays in a row before that, right? Was standing up, and we were seeing the tackle for losses. We were seeing the same push. We had to throw Yanzi Pierre out there. It wasn't looking good at all to end the second quarter. It wasn't looking good at all when he first got in there, and they were trying to get him to play that same assignment and responsibility. But what I will say is this: with him struggling with that look, why didn't Justin Hill get an opportunity? We saw Justin Hill, but why didn't Noah Carter get an opportunity? Right? We're seeing all these different linebackers come in. We saw them get opportunities in spring and fall when these guys were down in front of them. It's time to put that. We have a certain area of the field where I feel like they have some flexibility as far as their rotation and what they're willing to gamble with. And to me, I don't agree with it 100%. Somebody sound the alarms. Coach Smook disagreeing with something that the staff doing? Yeah, I am. Sound the alarms. I don't agree. I don't agree with rotating my DBs as heavy as I do. And I'm not doing the same thing with my front or my edge rushing linebackers when I got Justin Hill, Noah Carter, Caden Jones, Duke Johnson, QB Reese, Abdul Sanders Jr. on the sideline. I don't agree with that. When I'm watching or even guys like Kelby Collins, big defensive ends that come off the edge, right? Edge rushing style skill sets. Kelby Collins, Quay Russaw goes down. Go to a true forefront. Allow your inside linebackers at the second level and Bray Hubbard to handle the intermediates. Play a lot of cloud over top, right? And then let your defensive front, your athletic front, Keon Keeley, athletic, big, 275, 280 pound defensive ends. What's up, Real Rare? Good to see you over there on TikTok, family. Tap that screen. Tap that screen for your boy. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. But I'm in a space right now where I'm like, man, where do we need to really see the rotation? I think in the secondary right now, we got to have this conversation before I continue to go any further. We got to have this conversation. And give me a second, y'all. Let me do something real quick. I got to make sure I hit somebody up real quick. But I'm sorry. I had to make sure I got something taken care of. We got to have this conversation real quick. There was a few breakdowns in the secondary. And I know everybody wants to highlight Damani Jackson, right? Okay, fair enough. The young man hasn't been tried since week 4 of last year. We saw Kool-Aid have the same thing happen to him. People stopped throwing to his side. They stopped running to his side. He's only getting 1 or 2 opportunities every 4 games to make a play. He fell asleep against Georgia. I don't think he thought Garner Stockton was going to try him on that zero look. I feel like he looked at the alignment, right? And he looked across the board and he saw that he didn't have the senior, not Kobe, but Kobe is a senior. I don't know why he fell asleep with Kobe out there. But I feel like he looked across the board and he said, man, Gunner not going to try me. And he fell asleep looking in the backfield, trying to see where he can go help if he need the help on something. And I truly believe that because of the look that they lined, the pre-snap look that we gave them, and this is just going back and looking at that play over and over. Georgia usually, when they see a front like that, right, they usually run some type of crosser, right, from that tight end spot, or some type of quick fade off of the tight end spot on the weak side of coverage. So that would have been Damani's side. So I think he was more so trying to play an in-between area, right? And was looking for maybe a quick fade or a wide pop, something like that off of the tight end spot. And when he got that double move, he thought it was, and probably was reacting to an inside post type move, because in that coverage, you're on an island. If you give up inside leverage, he was playing head up. He was playing head up. He gave up inside leverage, right? You're going to bite on that. But what made it bad for him was because he was looking in the backfield. He felt comfortable biting on it because he watched the quarterback and that pump fake got him. Do I like the call? Nah, I think we should have stayed in base, kept mixing up the coverages and making them hesitate on his reads, because we was getting a lot of nice roll coverage underneath, and we were getting a solid push with the defensive front when we were pushing the 4-man front with all the stunts and things that we were throwing at them. We even brought pressure good when we sent the 5 and 6 man blitzes from the second level. So I think the first adjustment we need to stem everything off of the 4-man front, especially with Quay Russaw going to be out. We'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. I got a long show planned for us today, so don't rush. Don't feel bad. Don't feel like you're going to be rushed on the phone line. We're going to get everybody 5 minutes on the phone line. We're going to keep the phones open, try to get 5 to 6 calls in today, and talk about this game, review it. Then we'll transition to Vandy towards the end of the show, because tonight on the call-in show, we'll be getting ready to break down Vandy. We'll introduce Vandy, but we'll be talking about some of the other games from this weekend too, and providing more reactions to some of the results of everything that's happening in college football this week. But let's talk about this in the secondary. I understand Dijon Lee has been doing good, been doing great. He's been stacking, right? I don't think his rotational impact has been an issue. But I do have an issue with some of the consistencies we're seeing with some of the breakdowns in our secondary. Okay, and a lot of this is a lot of indecisiveness in your primary man coverages with 7 on the field and Sab over top, right? We've seen a lot of breakdowns depending on them two to communicate what's really happening. And I think I'm gonna tell you right now, if I see another inside release on a slot corner, streaking up the seams, right, without any contact, I'm going to flip. One, because you're already you're maintaining your outside leverage when you're walking up. Get a hand on them, and then when you're giving the cushion, when the concept or the alignment calls for you to give cushion, that should allow you to be in phase a lot more. You should be able to break on the underneath, stop leaning and biting and watching the quarterback. Watch what's in front of you in the slot. And when you have a pass off types concept in your defensive play call, you're in a zone coverage and you're passing things through a zone. Don't leave it too quick. You're the more versatile player on the field at that slot corner. You're supposed to be the more hybrid player. I know Bray Hubbard is being that guy, but it's supposed to be the guy that's playing that husky, that rover. Those are the two guys that's supposed to be your more hybrid DBs. And I don't think Deshaun Jones is fitting that mold right now. What's up, that's my DJ? Good to see you over there on TikTok, man. Good to see you, family. I don't think we're going to be able to cover well against teams like Vandy, who we're going to have to commit a Bray Hubbard asset to the box to stop the run. So you need better man coverage and better communication in secondary. I like what Dijon Lee does on the boundary. I like what Damani Jackson does on the boundary. Right? Pass game. I ain't gonna talk about his run game just yet. We talked about that in the opening. I like what they do on the boundary as far as coverage, right? ZB has been finding himself in some situations. Let's try him inside at the slot. Put him in a situation where his primary technique is probably man lock. Cutting off at the hash, passing off at the hash. Right? Those type of concepts. We got to get those guys active because it's too much speed and too much ball hawk ability to have these guys second guessing what they're doing. But Deshaun Jones, since last season, has found himself in some adverse situations in coverage. Always a step behind or step late. He's made some recovery plays due to bad passes by the opposing quarterback. But I need number 9 on the field right now. I need Cam Calhoun right now. And I ain't been cussing a lot on Monday mornings, y'all, but that is starting to piss me off. And I don't know what the deal is. Coach Mo, you've done a great job since you've been here. I saw you put Bach out there and throw him in the fire. And he was able to show up. That was a player that we felt like could have started last year at the beginning of the season when our secondary was not performing at its peak. Why is Cam Calhoun, one of the top corners out of the portal, not getting more burn than kickoff and punt team and some dime looks every now and then? No, we need him on those 3rd and 7s when we need to send that 6-man pressure, right? We need a Calhoun. We need a Damani Jackson. We need a Dijon Lee on the boundary. And give me Dre Kirkpatrick. I don't mind. Hey, and then put Bray Hubbard at the 1 high. No offense against Saab. I think Saab is starting to evolve into a box safety. He's starting to evolve into a box safety. So when you're in the green area of the field and it's 2nd and passing, Saab, first and 10, Saab. But 3rd and passing, I'm probably bringing in Dre Kirkpatrick. I got the run support there, the solid run support with the eye discipline, open field tackling, and I got the instincts to be able to roll under. I haven't seen Kirkpatrick get beat in coverage yet. I haven't seen him not converging on a swing route or a check down in like on impact yet. The young man has an eye for it from that level, and I think his reps need to increase too. But then like I said, with Cam Calhoun, we need to at least give us an opportunity to see if he's not doing it. It can't be any worse than what we're getting from Jones right now. And I'm not saying he's playing horrible. I just think you get better production with some of the concepts and some of the calls that we're going to need against Vanderbilt. You're going to need a man lock corner like Cam Calhoun, whether you put him on the boundary or in the slot at the nickel corner, right? We need Cam Calhoun on that field, man. It opens up the defense. It makes it a lot easier on your underneath coverage for your linebackers. There's something to be said, and We can't say he's not physical enough. Look at what's happening with Damani Jackson on the boundary in the run game. He's not being physical at all. They come up good on the swing passes and catch the guys not looking at the ball, catching it, trying to catch him and get a big hit off of that. I haven't seen him run up and feel like Bray Hubbard and Dijon Lee. Right? Xavier Brown did good, keep maintaining outside leverage on the run game against Georgia. He's been doing a good job in that this whole season. Not Florida State. We're not going to talk about Florida State. Nobody was playing sound technique on the run game for Bama's defense. That's my DJ on TikTok said neither corners are physical. Them Cali boys. I can't agree with that because Dijon physical. He from Cali. Dijon a Cali boy. We've seen some Cali boys come through it. I think Damani physical. I just think he had bad technique. Misjudging a lot of these run plays. Expecting different type of support and impact, so and being able to come and clean up instead of being a anchor, right? That's what you got to be on that boundary as a corner. I know, man. Listen, I learned that was probably the first thing I learned at cornerback, and then we're gonna open the phone lines. That was the first thing I learned at quarterback. Cornerback was maintaining my leverage, containing the run game, because we used to get 28 and 29 toss sweep to death when I was in high school. And we played against teams in 6A football where they had maybe 4 or 5 running backs in their running back room. All of them was 5'10" to 6'3", 205 to 245, 250. They had the defensive end was getting carries, running 28, 29 toss sweep in the red zone. And me at 5'6", 5'7", 135 pounds, I was brave. Setting the edge, setting the boundary, force it back inside. Getting clean, getting my clocked, man. God, Lee, I used to get clocked, bro. I used to get clocked, man. For real. I was a real one, though. But we need Cam Calhoun. Somebody type in the chat. Give us C9, man. Give us C9. We want C9, man. Give us C9. But let's get into the phone lines here on the Coach Smook Network. Right after this infomercial, man, we're going to open the phone lines. Y'all call and share your thoughts, man. Breaking down Alabama, Georgia. I just wanted to get a few things off my chest before we start breaking it down with the fan talk. Tonight, we'll get into all of the schematics and going forward and how we're going to look against Vandy. And y'all, while we in this infomercial break, don't forget, we got merch available. What's up, Keem? Good to see you over there on TikTok, man. Good to see you, my boy. My boy Keem over there tapping in. Hey, don't forget, y'all, we got merch available. Come over to the YouTube chat, type in the chat, !merch. The link will come up, and y'all see the merch, man. Shout out to all our supporters. And if you want to donate through Cash App or PayPal, we got the QR codes here at the top left-hand corner of the screen. Cash App, PayPal. All you got to do is go into the chat, type in Cash App or PayPal. I'll bring and the QR code will pop up. Then we got the AAA. If you're trying to become a member of the AAA, you're not on YouTube, but you want to support, you got a Google account. This is the QR code right here. I pointed to the right spot the first time. This is the QR code right here, chat. Make sure y'all tap in, hit that QR code. Think about becoming a member of the AAA family here on YouTube. It helps the channel grow. It helps the channel grow. We have a lot of people since Thursday that need to renew. We went from 114 members to like 78. Because people's memberships expired over the weekend. So don't forget, y'all, get them wristbands. We definitely want to keep that over 100. We were just celebrating that, and I appreciate y'all. So think about doing that again, keeping those numbers up. We're accomplishing some big goals here. And then, last but not least, if you're trying to get into Discord, man, we had some good game day talk. I didn't see it. Y'all know that game was a long work day for me. So I really didn't get to see it. But thank you to the community members that continue to get in that Discord and have those conversations on game day and create a good environment. Our moderators have been doing a great job. Give it up for my moderators, man. Our moderators, not my moderators. Give it up for our moderators here in the AAA family, man. They've been doing a thing. And yeah. Oh, yeah, we got the merch QR code, too. We got the merch QR code here, too, right here. So if you're running this back, if you're looking back, you can rewind it, go back and hit them QR codes, rewind this for 2 minutes, then you get it. But this is how you join the AAA family the traditional way. Check it out. And then right after this, we'll get into the phone line.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in a game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in a game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game. Somebody say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. We got our first call on the line. Let's get him on the line, y'all. What's good? Y'all ready? Let's see who it is.
Put me in the game, coach. This is Greg, yo man.
To accept.
Yo, Greg, what's up, man? You in the game? Talk to me, man.
I'm here, baby. I'm here. The boogeyman went to Athens and came back. They scared when they see those crimson and white helmets, man. They just freak out. They poop their pants every time. They just poop them. They just can't. They can't figure it out. But what a great game plan by the coaches. I know they had to have a great week of preparation. I think everything was good. I thought we could win, but you know, with our road struggles, I was glad we got over that. That's the most important thing. We won a big game on the road. Hope it's going to give us more confidence. Hopefully, I'm seeing some leadership from Ty and some other guys too. I think that's the biggest thing that we really need is our players to not only buy into what they're selling, is to have accountability and be a player-led team. I think you're starting to see that. Now I just want to see us take it to the next thing. Win a big game, forget about it. Let's get back and prepare. Let's really get ready for our Vandy team that can score a lot of points. They give you a lot of eye candy. Can we make that step to try to beat these eye candy teams and try to limit them on the run, win on first and second down, make them throw the ball.
Yeah.
And, just let's get a W, man. I want to beat this Pavia guy, shut him up. And I want to see some I hope the fans, I know it's going to be packed. Game day is going to be there. I want it so loud that they can't make any calls. They can't change the play or whatever. Let's just get after them. I hate Quay Racall got hurt. But
Yeah,
like
that's it. Now, I don't mean to cut you off, Greg, but we talk about huge impact injuries to the roster. Tim Keenan being back, I still think we would have had the same type of defensive line push against that Georgia O-line if he wasn't there. I'm not gonna lie. Now he made some veteran plays in the third quarter that helped us, but I do believe motor wise, our most effective front was when we had Simmons, Edric Hill, and before James Smith was out.
Yeah, Edric Hill played great. I mean, he was back in the backfield making plays and
Big plays. So, but I think where we're going to see the impact of Quayru, the impact of an injury finally hit the defense is going to be Quayru. So I don't think we realize he played in so many areas on that field because of his instincts. That 3-man front does not look as weak and as ineffective when Rusar's on the field because he run fits a lot better the last 2 or 3 weeks. Standing up, being able to float across that front, and I don't like it. I've been against it since it's been happening this whole season. But he's gotten a lot more comfortable. And against Georgia, when I saw it stand up, I'm live on the live stream saying it. Man, I don't like this front. But Quay was standing up, and we got a negative play on the run game, and I'm like, okay. And then you see the rest of the game until the rest of that first quarter. We're getting a consistent push off of that look, with the 4 and him standing, just him on the field. It's a different feel, a different look for the defense. So I'm a little concerned about replacing his impact and how he played that position on the field. But I think if we stick to what we know and what's going to be conceptually sound, which is the 4-man front in this game against Vandy, we should be in good shape because Pierre and Justin Hill played great coming off the edge this past weekend.
I totally agree. Our middle linebackers in this game, they've got to step up. They have got to get the fits right. Get in there and get in those holes and put somebody on the ground.
Yeah.
We've got to gang tackle. We've got to bring more and one, but we've got to swarm. And, you were talking about the one play we got beat deep on. I think Kane Womack, I even saw him go over to Coach DeBoer. Hey, that was on me.
Oh, yeah. No. He jumped straight to it.
Play him zone the whole game. Screw that stupid mess, man. Just make the guy think.
Yeah.
And it just.
But you got to think. We had him in a situation there where we have been getting home, with every pressure that Womack sent. We look at the success on pressure rates this past Saturday and the PFF score. The success on pressure rate, you're trying to hit a 27% clip. We were at 31% before that play call. So I
don't know why what he did. Well,
I wouldn't have came at from that formation. I tell you that I wouldn't have went with that double mug look, trying to crowd the line of scrimmage with 7 that way.
Yeah, they blitzed 18, and he hesitated. If he'd have just went full blast, watch it again, he would have hit him before he ever threw it.
Or made it an inaccurate pass, a rush pass, because you're in this bubble. It takes a certain level of focus to complete a pass like that on a and it wasn't even a great pass. It just he caught Damani biting so bad.
Yeah, he threw it up. He just had to wait on the ball. He just threw it. But if 18, if Bray would have just went 100%, like, hey, I'm blitzing, I'm going, I'm not stopping, buddy. You'll watch he takes 2 steps and he stops.
Yeah.
And that 1 second allowed him to sit back and just say, oh.
100%. I'm glad you saw that because we have a clip where we're doing film breakdown. I'm gonna tell y'all how amped up I was Saturday night after the game. Y'all know I like to do my film study or whatever, but I usually wait until Monday to do it because I've watched the game a couple of times and I got to watch it as a fan. Today I get to watch it and break it down and pull out 4 or 5 plays. We're going to get in our film session Tuesday and break this game down. But that was the first thing I noticed. I had to watch that play so many times because of there was the leverage was right. And I know Kane Womack took the blame for it, but if you look underneath, 42 is rolling underneath. So any crosses underneath, you got an athletic linebacker dropping off, causing a little confusion underneath. You had your corners, everybody leveled at 8-9 yards off the ball, right? At the sticks, ready to react to any quick releases. And I think that's what the mindset was on the play call. Check for quick releases. I guarantee you that's what had to come through the headset. Check for quick releases. And that's why you saw Damani bite on that sluggo so hard. But like you said, Bray Hubbard, if he gets there, if he just dials into the blitz and not trying to stop the handoff or the fake or whatever, if you just go, and that's what we are used to seeing. And I guarantee you that's something that'll be pointed out. And we've seen Bray Hubbard stack after making a mistake. We've seen him get better in the type of mentality he brings to correcting himself in the game. So
I feel sorry for Damani because I know and he didn't have a great game.
At all.
Just tackling and stuff. But I know he's a great cover guy. But he hasn't really been picked on at all. That's a good thing because he can cover. But it was just a weird play, and he'll get better. I'm sure he's going to get coached up. But I'm like you though, all this subbing, man, in the secondary. When their last drive, I don't have no problem playing whoever, but especially if they're not getting the job done. But I'm like you, man. He play, all these other guys on the front seven, they need to be subbed out too if they're not getting the job done. Because it scares me to death. This one was like a basketball game. We're going 5 in, 5 out. I'm like, oh, it scares me to death because I'm just not used to that. And most teams don't do that. They're always going to play their best, especially when it counts. But man, 21 was flying all over the place on those last 3 or 4 plays. He was everywhere. Him and 5, they were everywhere. So, and Saab did not have a good game. I don't know.
You said who now?
I don't think Saab had a great game. It just seemed like he was out of position.
Talking about Dijon Lee?
No. Number 3, Saab. I thought he was a little bit out of position.
Oh yeah. Saab is finding himself being way too over aggressive. I've been saying this for probably 2 weeks now. He's playing more of an in the box style of play now. Last year his robber technique is what could really convinced me that he was a true free safety, but apparently, right, this is more of his natural style of play, that box safety. But Bray Hubbard has been more consistent in that position, and you kind of see them being able to rotate and roll guys down when you see shifts from the defense or motion. And you want to have that capability. I'm not ready to turn the page on Saab yet. I think he does a lot in coverage for us when that's what he has key. But his run fits, they have been questioned coming up aggressively on the play action. His eye discipline. It's not necessarily run fits, it's his eye discipline. And then I'm gonna say this: his effort on that play where the number 2 from Georgia scored, that backup running back, when he came up the field on that goal line stance. I mean, if he just wraps up and drive his feet, that's a good stop. He came in physically. He put his body on the line and made a solid hit. But you're only 185, 190 pounds going up against this 235-pound running back.
I know.
So
you think about it. If you take away that one bust, that was whatever happened on the back end, and then we got the holding call.
Yeah, that was BS. That was BS on Xavier Brown.
Dude,
that was BS.
It was. Dude, they only scored 7 points.
Think about it.
As bad as we played against the run, and it makes me cringe to think how bad we are against the run. Hopefully, I agree with you. We need a 4-man front. We need to figure out something quick because think about it. We're playing Vandy. They run it. They hold the ball.
We forced 4 negative runs before that big run play to Damani Jackson's side, right? Mm-hmm. And even to start the game, to start that drive, they had the big run. And Justin Jefferson ended up chasing them down. That was up the middle, but you got to see the difference when the Kyle Green comes in the interior. You put him, and we saw that switch. We saw 41 had a big game for us. Maybe not in the tackles, but he fits he fits gaps. He blows gaps up, and he's a sure tackler chasing down from behind the line, chasing down the run from behind.
And
so
I was going to say also, not only does Vandy run the ball very good, Missouri runs it even better. So we better figure it out the next 2 games. We got to figure it out. If we can get the run to at least slow them down a little bit better, I think our offense can hopefully just keep scoring with anybody, and we just get a lead and put them out of the game to make them throw the ball. And that's what we got to do against Vandy. If I win the coin toss Saturday, I say give me the ball. I want to get up 7-0 on these dinglings. I'm going to make them play from behind right off the bat if I can. And I want to stay ahead the whole game. I don't want them to ever get a lead. No turnovers. I love the way that we won the penalty battle. Finally, for the first time in the DeBoer era, we won the penalty battle. That was great discipline, great focus. We got to continue to bring that because last year in that Vandy game, all those weird things happened. Remember the the throw that hit somebody's helmet, you know, it went 30 feet in the air. A dude run under it. We're down 7-0.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had two guys, the number 2s, on the punt. You know, after we stopped them, they got the ball back. They scored. And, you know, then we had a fumble when we were going to tie. And then, you know, that deep pass after we just murdered him when we hit him. And it was just, I mean, but I just think we're going to be okay Saturday. I think hopefully, Kalen, the only thing I've really.
Hey, Greg, we got 30 seconds on the phone call, man.
All right, here's my 30-second take right here. I want to see Kalen DeBoer keep growing as a coach because the only knock on him is he beats the big guys. He beats the big-time coaches. But, man, you got to start winning these little games. These little games, coach, you got to win them because the good coaching, you got to beat the people you're supposed to beat. And then you know, that's what I want to see. I want to see us come out Saturday, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of energy, and take it to Pavia. I want to take it to Pavia. And I want to see us do that. And I want to see us be consistent. That's the only way we're going to get better. We got to win these games I mean, we've got to win. We have a good chance to win the SEC if we can win Saturday.
100%, Greg. Roll Tide, my guy. Appreciate you for calling in, man.
Roll Tide, and all you Auburn fans out there, this is for you. You sunk all that money in that fool's goal. You are born to be broke, and you still can't do nothing. You got a coach that's way past his prime, and you got a quarterback just because he beat us at Oklahoma when you got the ball on the 10-yard line. You thought you had something, but you don't, and you suck. Love you. Bye.
Roll Tide. Y'all give it up for Greg, man. Got another call on the line, 704. Let's see who it is.
Call from
the Inquisitive Prince.
to accept.
Roll Tide. We got Inquisitive Prince in the game with Coach Smook. Welcome you in the game, Coach. With Coach Smook, Inquisitive Prince. Talk to me, man.
Long time no speak. It's been a while. I've been busy working.
Man, look, appreciate you. Look. Before you get into it, man, appreciate you for the super chat, man. And Inquisitive Prince came in with the $5 super chat. Says it's really time for star players to step up and become superstar players like Ty Simpson is on his way to being. Listen, y'all got mad at me when I kept telling y'all to wait on it for Ty. Y'all kept telling me that we need Ty. I couldn't imagine Ty being this last year, or even working towards being this last year with all the problems we had on this roster last year. Talk to me, Prince.
Yeah,
what's on your mind, brother?
What's on my mind is don't let this team. We can build off this momentum with Georgia. You know, I hopefully they learned their lesson from last year, not to take everybody for granted because you just beat the big bad wolf, and then somebody come in here and put the wham bam on you again. So I ain't got too much to say, but I do see some. If this team keeps progressing and off this battle they had with Georgia, to go into Athens,
yeah,
and it could have been a lot worse beating we put on them.
I agree.
And if the coaching a little bit better adjustments after halftime to at least could have scored at least 2 more times. At least put 10 more points on it. We could have beat them handily. And like I made in my comment, I want to see these young men. I'm never gonna knock none of them because I had a family member playing college and he got knocked by some schools and his I just hope these young men just step up to the plate, man, and just feed off this. Get back to the standard we've been missing since 2020. I mean, the standards show up in big games, but it don't. It show up. It go back down when you least expect it. So that's all I gotta say. Take some more calls and keep doing what you're doing there, Coach.
Hey, I appreciate you, Prince, and you keep supporting, man. Like I tell people all the time, man. I notice names in the chat, and when I don't see them after a while, I be like, man, what I did. But I appreciate you for coming back around, man.
I'm gonna get back more at you. I'm in the bass fishing. I do tournaments, so hey, that's a money maker. It takes a lot of time and money up for that. So I'm trying to go professional with it. So it just takes a lot of my time.
I appreciate you for take your time and kicking it with your boy, man. For real, bro. Roll Tide, my guy.
Roll Tide.
Y'all give it up for Prince, man. Tapping in with the Coach Smook Network this morning. Tap in. 334-625-1121. And why is everybody blowing me up about this Hayes Fawcett news? I don't know, chat. I don't know. Okay? I don't know this time. I promise you I don't. I'm not playing. I'm not trolling. I don't know this time. I'm following along just like y'all. I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody since Friday night. Chat, please. Hey, am I going to get beat up for not knowing this time? Huh? Am I going to get beat up for not knowing this time? Or are we going to talk about the fact that this man's name was on my list for players? I'm sorry, chat. I couldn't leave it alone. I'm sorry. I lied, Dylan. I couldn't tell you. Go back to and I think I still have the graphic up. Y'all remember my compass graphics that we had? And there were some linebackers on this list that I said Alabama wasn't going to go to sleep on with pursuing. And y'all remember my flip comment? I said it's flip season at the beginning of September. Yeah, we've been falling a little bit. We haven't been falling it like we should, but we have been falling it a little bit. We still talk to a lot of players. Nolan and a couple of more players that Alabama was targeting that committed elsewhere or are in talks. And I'm trying to find the graphic from that day that had J.J. Bush's name on it. It was the same graphic with Wilson Zaire's name and Emmanuel Ruffin, I believe. I'm trying to find the graphic here. Is it this one? Or was it the one with Lasiah Jackson? Yeah, I think it's the one with Lasiah Jackson because that's the same one that had Barnett on it, right? J.J. Bush. I think that's the one, right? Y'all remember them? When because J.J. Bush was one of the undervalued targets. A lot of people were saying that we didn't have space for him with all the linebackers that we already had committed. And I kept saying, yo, this is an overhaul class, wide receivers, running backs, linebackers. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised. And then listen, we got another 27 recruit that should be coming either today or tomorrow. Offensive lineman. He's going to announce it tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that too. But I don't want to talk recruiting today. We'll watch that. We'll monitor that situation. We know the staff was after J.J. Bush, heavy him, Nolan Wilson, and the kid that ended up committing to Georgia. The kid that committed. Why my doggone camera keep popping up like that? Hold on, y'all. Let me fix the camera angle. Give me 20 seconds, y'all. I'll fix this. 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. Are we back? Okay, there we go. I had to put the stand out. I didn't know the stand was out. 334-625-1121. Roll Tide College Game Day should make you guest picker this week. What? Stop playing, bro. I wish. You know, we keep working. We keep working. Y'all keep liking and sharing. We might get there one day, chat. We might get there one day. Appreciate all the likes on the stream. We got 47 likes. We 3 away. 3 away from our 50. Can we get to 50 before the end of the stream? Phone line is open, 334-625-1121. $4.99 super chat from my guy, Jarvis, tapping in over here. 71 in the chat over here on YouTube, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. TikTok, y'all can call in too. Y'all got to be quiet over there. Y'all can call in. We live on Twitter. Also. Uh-oh. Look, somebody's late.
Call from Zach Willie.
What's up, Zach? You in the game in the third quarter. What's up, man? How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling good, coach. How about yourself?
You sure? You sure, Zach? You feeling all right? You sound like you partied a little too hard this weekend, man.
Maybe a little bit.
Hold on, time. Zach.
Too much
Zach, what'd you say again?
a little too much celebrating.
What you was celebrating, Zach?
Alabama's win over Georgia.
Oh, okay. Okay, Zach. Well, talk to me, man. What's going on?
Not much, man.
Talk to me, man. What's on your mind today?
Man, that was a good game. I was proud of how we came out and played on the road. Because we have struggled on the road, and I was proud of our boys for coming out, especially in the first half, coming out and getting off to a fast start, which we needed to be able to win this game. Was there some things on defense that we need to clean up? Obviously, but overall, I was proud how we bent, but we didn't break. You know. And so I was proud of. I was happy for Bray getting that forced fumble. Lawson played well, was attacking the gaps, and getting into position to make plays and everything, which normally on the road he don't do as well as he does at home. So I was proud of him. Caden Proctor proved a lot this weekend and proved that he can be that number one or the first round draft pick. And
hey, I don't know, Zach, because he been proving that against Georgia since his freshman year. Like every matchup against Georgia, Caden has shown up. He stepped up every matchup against Georgia. I want to see Caden perform against Tennessee, with an elite pass rush. I want to see Caden perform against South Carolina later on this season, LSU. I wanted to see Caden dominate at Florida State game. He struggled in week one, like others, but this is Caden Proctor. You're talking, like you said, a projected first offensive lineman off the board talent is what they're projecting him to be. Do it against the elite talents. I don't think Georgia has an elite edge rusher this season, and it showed. Our offensive line. Before we continue this conversation, Zach, let's give it up for the offensive line. Offensive line played great. They contributed in run blocking, pass catching. like what else do you want the O-line to do, chat? What else do we need from the O-line? Talk to me, Zach. Talk to me about the O-line and their performance in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they could have had a better performance than what they had Saturday. I mean, they was getting a push. They was getting out blocking.
Yeah.
Caden Proctor had that catch.
Zach
was bulldozing.
Was you in the live when that play happened?
Mm-hmm.
Was you in the live watch party when that play happened? You see how crazy I went?
Yes, I was in the live watch party. I was watching it on TV and was watching your reaction to it.
Y'all should listen. If y'all wasn't in the live watch party, and I think in the live watch party, I'm going to let loose a lot more. We had a lot of fun. Chat, if you had fun and you were here for the live watch party, put some W's in the chat. W's in the chat right now. That's the only comment I need to see for like the next 45 seconds. W's in the chat if you were in the live watch party and you had fun. That was a fun watch party. We haven't had one of those probably since, golly, I can't remember last time we had one that fun. A watch party that fun. I can't remember last time we had one that fun. So Scott, don't pay attention, y'all. Go ahead, Zach.
Adrian had me roll. I mean, I was over there rolling.
Zach, I was trying my best to hold it in till we got to that point. I can't find that part of the show. I can't find it. I'm still editing. I need to find Adrian's phone call when I call Adrian, because that took the night, man. I could have ended the show right there. the highest chat rate. That was the second highest chat rate moment of the stream. The first was, of course, was the 17-minute mark when everybody started seeing that we were live for the live game day chat. Chat got really active, and then the post game show, we was like 4 hours into the stream already. But yeah, we got to get back to it. His wife, Amanda coming on and exposing them, like that's what made it like gold. So yeah, but Zach, final thoughts, man, and then we'll go open this phone line back up, my boy.
Yeah, final thoughts, boys. Keep doing what you're doing, keep improving week by week, and go out there and get this W Saturday and roll tide.
100%, Zach. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate you for calling in. Roll tide, brother. Hey, 334-625-1121, Scott. I'm just like that, man. That's why I had to pick at you. I said, oh yeah, he got ADHD like me. He was in the middle of a thought. He couldn't stop, copy everything and cut it and then put a W and then paste his next comment. He had to finish that thought. I ain't mad at you, man. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, my man. Hey, appreciate y'all for being in the stream again, y'all. Y'all just don't know how fun it's been this morning. What's that? Call number 4? We are an hour and a half in. We already got 4 calls in. I appreciate y'all. Thoughts, man. Everybody wants to highlight Damani Jackson in this, or highlight the defense and the run defense, the inability to stop the run. But I want to tell y'all, go watch that game again. All of their runs were out to the perimeter. All their explosive runs. We had one interior run that was explosive, and I'm talking about like a 20+ yarder. All those 20+ yarders matter, man. You had 6 runs of 20 yards or more, and they bounced them outside. You got to have secondary guys, especially in the corners. You got to have guys willing to shade the outside and force things back inside. I think the flow was better this week on defense. That's why you saw the effectiveness of the outside run. You have one guy not being in the right position, and it messes up the whole flow of a space-eating defense. So how do you counter that as a coach, right? You have to start first. It has to be personnel. We saw the effectiveness of the run defense in the first drive. They were able to bottle that defense up. They got off that one explosive run. The rest of the runs were 2 yards, 4 yards. We were able to contain it, force them in the third and passing, second and passing situations, right? So I am a firm believer in simplifying the call, simplifying the pre-snap, right? And then once the snap is going, go chaos. Sprint to your zone if you're dropping out. Get in your man's hip or straight jab if you're impressed. Show your hands. I saw ZB put on some mechanics in the goal line situation where they ran it in. He was in a one-on-one by himself, and you see him chopping his feet and stabbing, jabbing at the wide receiver off the line. You want to see stuff like that in the open field, in the green too. It helps. All that stuff matters, man. And we just got to be a lot more technically sound on the perimeter. I see guys getting. I will say this too. Linebackers from the second level played a lot better. The inside linebackers played a lot better when the Kyle Green was on the field, because now, and I don't know what type of technique this is, but it happened to Bray Hubbard on one of Georgia's scores. You're supposed to be coming up, getting ready to run fit or whatever. You're playing close to the line of scrimmage, and you're standing straight up. You're not attacking. Your first steps after the snap aren't attacking with low shoulder pad level, just in case you got to stand up a block and keep your outside hand free, right? If that's on the right, you're going to stand that block up with your left side of your body, your left shoulder, or you're going to engage and keep that left hand on their outside shoulder to try to maintain your outside leverage. And if they have to reach for a block, you're going to make them fall back into a hold. It's going to be a holding call. They have to reach for a block. So anytime you're in right position, you can't allow the leverage to get out of whack. And that's what happened with Damani Jackson. I don't think that's going to be a problem for him anymore. We've seen him be a lot more disciplined, especially in containment. We've seen him be a lot more disciplined than what we saw this past weekend. So, yeah, let's do it. Hey, somebody just sent me a message, said, well, look, Dylan. All right, can I expose our group messages, Dylan? You in the chat? Can I expose our DMs? Let me know in the chat, Dylan. I won't put everything out there, but Dylan be getting on to me because I'm not a good liar. Hold on, chat. I gotta go check on the puppies real quick. Sit down. Heard him barking. My fault, chat. I heard him barking, and I'm like, what's going on? Heard him barking. Can Edric Hill get some love? You late, Wade. You didn't just hear the conversation between me and Greg? We talked about this O-line, the D-line showed up. Listen, and for everybody keep talking about we don't have a pass rush. Guys, did y'all not see the effectiveness and how we were limiting in their pass game? It was at one point, man, Gunnar Stockton dropped back, right? And he was letting the ball go extra early, trying to get a pass off. But we forced him into some bad looks and had an opportunity for turnovers too. Had an opportunity for 3 interceptions. The D-line played solid in my book. I get a D-line a solid B+ in that game. And I truly believe that we're going to see an opportunity for Steve Bowler this game against Vanderbilt. We'll see our big D-line front for most of this game, I guarantee you. And my concern with that is, personnel-wise, do we have the personnel to go big up front with the forefront? We should, right? Or even if we go with that 5-man look where you have the 3 defensive linemen, head up. I don't like that. I don't like the even look though. I don't like even. I think you get overextended. I think you gotta choose a front. You gotta choose a gap. Get in your odd front with your 4-man. Have your whether you stand your wolf up in the wide 9 or in the 7, right? Whether you have him his hand in the ground or standing up, you got to show the front. Both tackles got to be covered or accounted for in the front in order to have effectiveness against Vanderbilt. I don't want to get into that today. We're going to talk about it. But defensively, we was able to get pressure on the quarterback. I got to get the PFF. I can't find my PFF file, chat. I can't find my PFF file. But we had 6 total tackle for losses, guys. One sack, but 6 total tackles for losses. The effort by LT Overton on that 4th down stop, that was huge because Keon Sabb was the last line of defense on that. And I don't think he had a proper angle on that. After going back and watching it initially after the game, I was kind of cool with it. But going back and watching it, he didn't have proper angle on that. That probably would have been a score. Cash Jones has a little speed on him. That would have been a score. Hey, appreciate y'all for the phone calls this morning too, man. Phone line is now closed. I hate that we only got 4. I wanted to get 5. I wanted to get 5 or 6 in here this morning. But appreciate y'all for tapping in, for the ones that did tap in and showed y'all love. Let's get back to the studio and get ready to close this show out tonight. I'm going to basically just give an overview of the topics we'll be discussing tonight on the Coach Smook evening show. And then don't forget to check me out at Alabama at the Voice of College Football tonight. I think we're live tonight, 6:30 p.m. If I don't go live over there, we'll just go live earlier over here. All right. But we'll be right back after this message. Y'all tap in. Don't leave. Don't go nowhere yet. Think about becoming a member of the AAA family. And after this message, we'll be coming back and get ready to close the show out. Thank y'all.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing And we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Good evening, everyone. Good morning. This is the Coach Smook Network Fairweather Fan Report, and we have an amazing update, an actual fruition and coming out of Fairweatherness. Literally just happened before our eyes this past weekend. From our lead Fairweather, I guess Fairweather fan, our president of the Fairweather Fan Club, our ambassador of a Fairweather Fan Club. None other than my favorite Fairweather fan, Matthew Waitley of Twitter, Auburn graduate, self-proclaimed Alabama fan. No validation, but the Bama fans on Twitter love him. I don't know why. We love a Auburn graduate that claims to be an Alabama fan. But we're here to discuss some things, some findings. Now, listen, I want you all to look at this post. Right, I want everybody to check this out. We're talking about evidence here. All right, we're bringing this up. I want y'all to check this out. My buddy, he ain't my buddy. I don't fool with Fairweather fans. Y'all know ain't nobody in my circle no Fairweather fan. All right, but check it out. Buddy says, he says this season is back on track, y'all. What a win! Take care of business next week and roll tide. Not so fast, my friend. Hold on, man. Wasn't you just talking about Alabama season being on life support if they lose to Georgia? And let me go. I just got to go back and just scroll his page, chat. It's been so much anti-Bama malarkey coming from his page, and I want y'all to see it. It happened right after FSU. And this is literally the definition of Fairweather fandom. And I love how he tries to blow his timeline up and flood it with, I'm in support of my Crimson Tide, all this crap. Bro, you've been Fairweather forever. Please, God. I wish I clicked on the wrong one. But September 14th, here we go. Yeah, look at him. posting old memories of losses when we lost to these teams and trying to blame this coach and all this other stuff. Let me keep going. Look, this was the one when we beat Georgia, Tennessee, LSU, and Oklahoma, but lose to Vanderbilt, South Carolina, and Auburn. What kind of fan are you, bro? What kind of fan are you? What kind of fan are you? What kind of fan are you, bro? Look. I mean, it's just been negative stuff. Let me go back. Let me go back to the Bama games. I gotta find the Bama loss week. But my main topic was this is the epitome of Fairweather. Y'all remember Matthew Waitley, why he found his way on the Fairweather fan report in the first place, right? From week 1, we saw it. This is what I mean by Fairweather. All of a sudden, Alabama is on track. All of a sudden, Alabama is back to business, this, that, and the third. Where was that energy when we played a bad game against Florida State? Why weren't you so sure on your team? What happened to that Alabama's a 2-10 team? Oh, I got that post somewhere in this bookmarks. I just got so many Fairweather fan posts. You just so happen to be my subject for today once again. And I appreciate you for willingly submitting your Fairweather fandom publicly for us to continue to make this awareness about Fairweather fandom across the Alabama fan base. I can't affect Georgia fans and Auburn fans and Florida, but what I can do is impact the Alabama fan community. So if you follow Matthew Waitley, just go and study his modes of fandom, right? Scroll through his TikTok, his Twitter timeline and study his modes of fandom. And you will learn what not to do if you don't want to be classified as a Fairweather fan. Whatever you see him doing, don't do that. Do not do that. It's Fairweather. Classified. Factual. And listen, it's okay. This is what it is. Everything's good right now. Let your Bama hang. Roll Tide. Ramma Jamma. As a Auburn graduate, I go get your education. I ain't knocking it. But you can't tell me nothing as an Alabama fan. Talking about you an Auburn graduate. You can't tell me nothing. You walked that campus willingly for 4+ years to earn a degree or education from those people. You willingly did it. You did that on your own accord. You chose to do that. You got some ties, buddy. You got some bad juju on you. Keep that Fairweather. Hey, keep that Fairweather fandom alive, man. We appreciate you. But that's our Fairweather fan update of the day, man. Y'all continue to show love, and we'll be back right after this message, man. All right, man. I hope y'all had a good time on the show today, y'all. I know I did, and hopefully we able to get into this thing tonight, man, and have some fun here on the Coach Smook Network. Listen, ready to call in tonight. We'll be back live tonight, 7:40. Let's go 7:45. We'll start about 15 minutes early. That way I can get my talking out of the way. At 8 o'clock, the phone lines are open. I had more Auburn fans hating and salty than Georgia fans. They follow Bama more than they own squad. They really are delusional. They really are delusional. Bad. I would love to see the stats against that 3-man front, the averages. I personally don't like it. Just my 2 cents. Frank, I've been talking about this, man. I'm gonna try to do that for you. I'm gonna try to give you a good rough average of, and I'm gonna just do like big plays. Like against a 3-man front. How many big play runs, how many 10+ yard runs have we seen against that 3-man front? How many 20+ yards? We saw 6 against Georgia. Gotta be better. If we're gonna do it, let's be better at it, right? Let's fix it. We see other 3-man fronts have effectiveness with the 3-3-5 base run concept, run stopping concepts. Let's implement some of that. You got the personnel out there already. If you're going to fake the alignment, go ahead and run the concepts. That's all. We'll talk about that. We'll get in the film room soon. But I appreciate y'all for tapping in again. Nick says, do I think it was the right decision for Zach Branch to go to UGA? I think he got some opportunities there. Where you think he should have came? Where you think? At Roger Baker, it was kind of lame, but ultimately it was bad technique, tackling, keep your head up. Who Frank was talking to? Roger. Who was Roger? Oh, my bad. I just hopped back on. Oh, yeah. You was asking what you was asking about. He was asking about the Edric Hill. Yeah, Edric Hill went in. Edric Hill, Jordan Renard, whole D line went in. Whole D line went in. The whole D line. Yo, somebody calling on the phone again. Oh, y'all missed it, man. We gotta end the show. We trying to stay on our timeline and not go past 2 hours. So Georgia almost beat us, but they didn't, Caden. Hey, just know, Caden, just know you're not safe over here like you are in that other chat. I be seeing that mess. You be keeping up that nonsense. You be keeping up over there. Come talk some football. They almost didn't. They almost ain't winning though, and almost ain't good enough at your own home field. So talk something that's relevant. Who's your team? Who's your team, Caden? Ohio State. You like being in the Big Soft 10. He's an Ohio State fan, so he on his little high horse right now. High horse right now. We know what happens when Georgia and Alabama and Ohio State meet. You know what happened last time. He said Georgia almost beat Rob Baker. My bad. The targeting we got. Oh yeah, James Smith. Listen, that can't happen like that. And to me, that was a tic-tac play. You know, but why drop your head? Why not go in punching at the ball? You know, he was still on top of the other defender. Go in punching at the ball. James Smith has made a couple of like over aggressive plays, and you can't be mad at him. But at the same time, you do expect your third year guy to be a lot more disciplined. And we're going to need him to be way more disciplined now that Quay Roussar is going to be out. You know, they said it was a foot injury, had to have a surgery. So we're going to see how long he's going to be out with official reports after today's pressers. That should be coming up here soon. Around 11:30. Adrian Carr was at the 5-hour mark. Okay. Let me see. Y'all want me to go find it real quick? Hey, how much time we got? All right, let me find Adrian phone call from the street. I'm going to play the audio, man. I probably can't play the... Let me see, chat. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. I think I can find it for y'all. Let me see. Mary J, did we have a banner for his thing when he called in? We had Swag, Jason, Melvin. Let me see. Checking on our pups. This is when it came in. Okay, here it is. I think I could pull it, chat. What's that? Hour 13 mark. I think I could pull it, chat. Let me try. I'm gonna try. Don't beat me up. YouTube edits. There you go. It might be too big of a... Let me stop. Okay, there it is right here. What mark? What hour? What number did I just say? Hour 13. Okay. Hour 13. This is the edit I was working on, so let me see if I can play it for y'all real quick. Hold on, chat. Hold on, y'all. Check this. Hold on. Go watch. She ain't gonna answer. Oh, y'all, this is when E didn't answer. Ebony. She ain't gonna.
There's hope.
We gotta call Adrian, chat.
Yeah, this chat.
Here
we
we
go.
go. Talking.
Perfect way to end the show right here.
Let me call him. Gotta call and check on Adrian, chat. We're checking in. Hey, Mary J, give me a banner real quick. Checking on our puppies. Checking on our pups. Because I'm telling you, Adrian would have been the first caller had they won.
What's up? What's up? What's up, man? What's happening?
Is this Adrian Eccles?
Yes, it is. What's going on, man?
Is this Adrian, the Georgia Bulldog fan?
Always.
Oh, okay. How you doing, buddy?
Man, I'm not even gonna goddamn lie. I'm disappointed. I'm pissed. I'm mad. I'm all the above. But you know what? This game doesn't determine the season. So that's why I feel like there's hope, my brother. There is still hope. I still see the light at the end of the tunnel, my brother. And I'm not going to give up. And I'm going to keep fighting until the fight is won, my brother. You hear me?
I hear you, brother.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna still buy that ugly ass shirt. You might need to be bleeping me a little bit.
No, you go ahead.
I'm mad, bro. I'm pissed. Man, why we didn't get that field goal, man? So Smook. Why we didn't get that field goal, man?
I don't know, bro.
And then on top of that, let me please ask this one question.
Go ahead, bro.
Ellison Robinson. Why, bro? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
We can't go past 2 hours. We can't go past 2 hours, chat. If y'all want to see the rest of that, I'm going to finish that edit today. I got to get that out. That got to get out. Oh, man. Mike said something like him after FSU. Listen, if y'all enjoyed the show, man, continue to run the likes up on the stream, man. I appreciate y'all for showing love. Remember, listen. Oh, my God, Adrian. Well, you done did one with that one. Zach, y'all know I'm about to go finish that edit right now, y'all, as soon as I get off the live. So I appreciate y'all for showing love again. It's your boy, Coach Smook. And remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Be blessed and roll Tide. Roll.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.